Today is Friday, and we don't normally show you too much what happens on Fridays, mainly because Heather's not around, and she's the one who very often records these loading time bits and pieces for you. But rest assured, we do a lot of stuff on Friday. It's generally the day that we record Tap Tap Concede. We do our best to try to get a Crapshot filmed every Friday. I haven't been doing so well on that front recently, but we'll get back on track. Friday is also the day that I've been making the LoadingReadyRun stream preview video, and that's been going really well. It's also just sort of a day for us to get prepared for the following Saturday. It's always a big filming day on Saturday. More often than not, it's good to sort of get a head start, so whether that be tuning up a script for Friday Nights or Comet or Hustle, or getting props together, or just sort of making sure that we're ready to go for the Saturday. That is generally what Friday is for. It's also a day where we don't have quite as many people on board, so we can't do as much stuff as we normally would do on Saturday. But that, again, it doesn't stop us from doing all the stuff I just talked about. So Fridays they're always a busy day around these parts.
Tonight we are doing AFK playing old VCR games, including the Star Trek game and Nightmare. For some reason we've ended up with a bunch of these games, and we thought it would be fun to play. Now, none of us have actual VCRs, but luckily both games have their VCR components available on YouTube. So I was able to download them, and so we're going to be able to put them up on the overlay. And the tricky part is, this is one of those things that doesn't seem like it would be that big a deal, but it turns out to actually be a pain in the ass, is making it so that we in the studio can hear what's going on the screen, because that's really important for the game, and people at home watching the stream can hear what's going on in the game, but people at home watching the stream aren't going to get the audio doubled, because normally if we can hear it in the studio, it'll also be coming through our microphones, and so it'll be doubled and weird. So we have a incredibly sophisticated system for getting the audio from the movie that will be playing on the screen into the stream, and that sophisticated system is right down here. As you can see, it is a speaker attached to the computer with a microphone put close to the speaker. I've tried a whole bunch of different ways of doing this. Routing both within the computer and using cables to route, the different buses of the mixer around. This is literally the way that works the best. So that's what we're gonna do. I played it at Graham's birthday when he originally got it.
Oh.
When he was only a teeny person.
Oh, I should have got a picture.
Do you have pictures of that?
Yeah, but I don't know where.
Yeah, it was a sweet Star Trek.
It was a Star Trek themed birthday party.
Yeah.
So
yeah, if you're
One on the
there
corner.
and somebody's
on
there.
that corner and one's here. Might actually do these chairs here and the smaller chairs at the front.
You go, yes, Captain Kavak. Yes, Captain Poopface.
Where's the stuff for the Star Trek game?
I feel like
We don't have it here.
Okay, where is it?
I think I have a copy.
Okay.
That's why I thought you had it.
Do you guys have a copy? Ian has a copy, but Ian and Corey are out of
They're
town.
both gone. No one has access to that building.
That could be awkward.
I think can you give me a ride home?
Yeah.
Oh boy. I thought we had a copy here.
It's because Corey just left yesterday, so
Well,
we don't have access to their place anymore.
that's what the crowbar is for.
Yup. Man, I might have to get into my storage locker.
You mean you don't have it at ready access to be available at any given time?
Isn't that weird that I
know.
don't have it handy?
Why? But what happens if you want to play the Star Trek interactive VCR board game at a moment's notice?
Well, I don't actually own a VCR anymore, and I haven't for years, so...
That does put a damper on the whole thing. You just have to kind of look at the tape.
I have a copy of this somewhere, but I don't know where, so I hope it's accessible. I also hope I'm not misremembering that part about having it. That'd be very embarrassing. We go live in 35 minutes, so hopefully I have a copy handy. This is our board game, and mostly Magic cards, and board game covered, and it is definitely not in here. That was not a long search. Okay. Yeah. So, if I do still own a copy of this game, it's going to be in our storage unit, which I don't remember the last time I went into it. Okay, to the basement. Before we go in the locker, I'm just going to check closets. It's the factory box for the PlayStation 2. So, you know, that probably has a PlayStation 2 in it, now that I think about it. No. Okay. No. Box for an Xbox 360. That one does not have a 360 in it. And a Nerf shotgun. Of course. Turns out they renovated the locker and bike thing in our building a couple years ago, and I still have... It's been so long since I went into the locker that my locker key doesn't work anymore, because now it's all the bike key, and Kathleen had the bike key. So we had to go back to the moon base, get the bike key, and now we're going back to the building to, again, hopefully find the board game in the locker. All right, this one better work. Oh, like butter. This is where we hang the bikes to drain their blood. And then this is the locker area. This is our locker, and I hope that this is the key to our lock. That is definitely going to be... Are you fucking kidding me? Where I had it. I had this key. But yeah, now I know exactly what key that is, and I saw it when I was looking through my desk. So it's either upstairs or like in your van. Let me see if I can see it. Because if it's not in there... Oh man, got some pogs. Sick. I might not have this. After all that. There's mouse tracks on the dust. On the box of pogs. Tiny, tiny, tiny mouse tracks. I'm a level with you folks. I don't think I have this game anymore. Fuck. Okay.
It's Saturday morning, and we went on a bit of a shopping spree this morning. We went to Lens and Shutters, and we bought a brand new Canon 70D, along with a Canon 10 to 18 millimeter lens, wide-angle lens for the 70D, and we got a free battery. We also headed over to Games Workshop and managed to buy this. Oh god, it's in my face. They were actually open, so we bought this, and we went and we got Magic cards that we needed for today's Friday night shoot. So, incredibly productive day. So the plan is we recently sort of refreshed the Patreon with a new milestone, and at $15,000 every month we'll buy something new to sort of build up our infrastructure of equipment and kind of allow us to, you know, increase our production values. So this was sort of on our eyes, so on the horizon for purchase anyways, so we did it, and we're like, well, let's try to make sort of a proof of concept. So we're going to open this up on camera, and then we're going to use it for a couple weeks. Heather's going to use it for loading time. I'm going to take it to Con Bravo later this month, and then we'll do sort of a combination box opening / what we're using it for / mini sort of review. And that's the plan right now.
Graham brought in a bunch of goodies yesterday, including this can of Yoo-Hoo, which is not chocolate milk as much as it is chocolate drink. See, it's basically chocolate drink. And I've had this in the States before, and I recall liking it, so let's find out if I still do. Okay. Oh, chocolate chemicals. This tastes more like chocolate milk than I was expecting.
I'm painting our Hero Quest set. I started painting it on last week's Tinker Tailor Soldier Fry, and now I'm just continuing whenever I have a bit of spare time. So I've started work on the Barbarian. I wanted him to look like he smelled like a steak. So he's very veiny, and otherwise he's just a very leathery man. I've also basically finished the wizard. It's an odd figure. I'm not sure I actually like the figure that much. But here we are. So I have put a little bit of red in the barbarian's hair, because very, dark hair is usually actually just very, very dark brown, and it goes a bit red in the sunlight, like mine. So, yeah, I decided to give him just a little bit, touch of a red highlight to give his hair some depth. Paint, paint, paint. All day long. Paint, paint, paint while I sing this song. Gonna mop the floors, gonna make them shine. Gonna clean up the spray paint with turpentine. What we have here is Warhammer Quest Silver Tower, which is the newest iteration of Games Workshop's Warhammer Quest games. I think the original Warhammer Quest came out sometime in the mid-90s and had tiny little expansion packs. And Games Workshop is the company that designed Hero Quest. And they have done all the Warhammer universes. So you may be familiar with them. I used to play a lot of Warhammer as a teenager. Ooh, okay. New box smell. That punch of free monomers and mold release agent on the sprues. Here we have, I think, the Zangors, which are beastmen who have been warped by the chaos god Tzeentch. A couple of years ago, Games Workshop kind of hit the big reboot button on its Warhammer Fantasy universe, and it's now the Age of Sigmar, and I have not had the chance to play any of it or really do a lot of research, but from what I understand, it's much more kind of a Conan-like, very, very, very high fantasy, whereas Warhammer Fantasy was merely very, very high fantasy. Then this, I think, is the Elven Wizard. This is the Dwarf Slayer. And then here we have the Sigmarite Priest with his faithful pet, the Griffin dog. Dog Griffin. It has a name. It has an in-universe name. So all these figures are really great. They've got a lot of detail. If you compare them to the original Warhammer Quest figures, you can see these ones are actually quite a bit larger. The rule books, which are surprisingly slender, actually. I was expecting your good old-fashioned Games Workshop brick of rules with the appendix. The last edition of Warhammer I played, the appendix in the back of the rule book was about this thick.
I'm just going to do an establisher for the first couple lines.
Okay. From there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what are you guys doing?
I mean, I don't know. Right now it just says James and Paul are sitting at a table.
Yeah.
So
you should be doing a thing.
Is that a 200 card standard deck?
No, it's a 240 card standard deck. Think, James. Whoa!
Okay. I say okay.
I think I like that better than do the math.
Yeah, I like that better as well.
The best part is that they've got the 3D effect, but it's so cheaply done that there's a big seam down the middle. In fact, there are 2 seams, 3 seams. It doesn't seem like it should be necessary in order to make it.
I do enjoy our repeated sort of call to action that people will write letters. Because it's not that we've never received letters, but the people who take the time to write us letters are they're very heartfelt, wonderful things. If someone has a criticism, it's going to be a shitty YouTube comment. But I just love the anachronism of people will write letters. Yeah. We're going to get letters.
Can you imagine getting a non-hate in the snail mail now? I would frame that.
Hate mail
just
mail.
waifu a shit. It's this was written by hand.
Really nicely.
Just
we've got a Crapshot basically that, but.
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, we did that joke.
No, we never shot that Crapshot.
No?
No. We should do it.
Oh, what am I thinking of?
No, we've got that Crapshot, we just never shot it.
Oh, okay.
We should shoot it.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yes, you are. Yeah, all right.
We just never had a location for it.
With our new camera in hand, we are now going to London Drugs to try and find a gorilla pod, which is not what it sounds like.
It's not technically that one.
So what's the GorillaPod Focus as opposed to the GorillaPod SLR Zoom?
It's just bigger and stronger.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, it is honestly just, this is going to be stronger than this.
There we go, we're vloggers now.
We're not even pretending anymore, we're just literally vloggers. We went out and actually just bought the Casey Neistat special today. It works well. I mean,
There's a reason.
there is
good stuff.
There is a reason that he does this, and there are a reason that many people copy him. So, thanks, Casey.
We're heading back to our eternally supportive local game store, Yellow Jacket, to return the cards that we borrowed for Friday nights this morning.
All done.
What did we borrow?
We borrowed a Stasis Snare, Clip Wings, a Hollowed Moonlight, Dramoka's Command Collected Company, and Chandra Flamecaller.
Now, we totally had some of those.
Which ones?
Well, I saw a Stasis Snare when I was looking through for other
Yeah,
cards.
I figured we would have had a Stasis Snare and a Clip Wings.
It's just easier to find.
But I was just like, we're here, so we're just gonna get these.
Yeah.
But I didn't think we would have any of the rares,
Yeah,
which were
that's
the other
fair.
4 cards, because we just ship everything that we ever open, really, to YJ. So
Yeah.
I will buy it back. Take out the token.
Okay.
Shuffle up.
Shuffle.
Yeah, shuffle up.
What is this?
That's the.
Oh, that's the non-flying spirit.
Yeah. It's super sweet.
I haven't seen that token. That's rad.
I don't like that we're shuffling, and then we're gonna play War with CMC.
Okay.
Okay.
War? Sure.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, I guess I should.
Okay.
Should I flip it around that way?
Sure.
Right, because
Now they're fighting each other.
so we tied.
So we tied.
Okay. Oh, you win.
I win. I win all the cards.
2 colors.
Gamble.
Hey. Wow, I'm getting wrecked.
I mean, we're not actually.
I know.
I mean, you're currently winning.
I'm currently destroying. Yep.
Isocron Scepter, all right.
Goodbye.
Ooh, tie. Tie.
Oh ho.
No. Dominated.
Oh ho. Beat Roar the Worm. Right,
I
cool.
did not. Ooh, that means the last is a foil.
Papa.
Twisted Abomination. I won, but boo.
At what cost?
At what cost? Yeah. I guess technically I won because I also opened a gamble. Let's go this way. We could go for the mint. I haven't been to the mint for lunch for
Oh
a while.
yeah. Yeah, man, I haven't been there in forever. They have a thing you like, right?
Yeah, the mint for lunch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're still open, right?
I don't know. Let's go
Because
find
this
out.
happens to me a lot in Victoria.
It's 4:30.
It's like, no. I mean, physically, the business has not closed.
Yes.
Oh, no, they're definitely still open as a business.
Because that comes up from time to time where it's like, oh, let's go to that place. Oh, they closed.
Yeah.
What? I was astonished when I found out that Hernandez closed.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
I
was
still
weird.
have a coupon for tacos.
I think they were just like, we're done making tacos.
Oh, they might not be open for food now, though.
What? Their hours are listed as 11
They're
a.m.
closed.
Till it doesn't list a closing time.
They're closed Sundays and holidays.
It's Monday, July 4th. It is Independence Day, which also means the day that Paul goes to the P.O. box. So we have some mail to open. It being Independence Day has no bearing on the P.O. box. That's just the Monday part. I feel like these are hats, and not just because the shipping manifests say that they're hats. Dear LRR, 2 of the hats are from Lindblad Expedition. The 3rd hat is from Anime Loot Crate. I hope you enjoy it. Your supporter, Andrew. There's 3 hats. I don't know what the Lindblad Expedition is. I'm gonna have to look that up. This is super anime. Thank you, Andrew. This looks like some Desert Bus stuff, which means I can't show it to you yet, because Desert Bus stuff has to be a surprise. This is what Tally says. Allow me to bellow unhelpful but well-meant platitudes at you. I don't know what that's from. It's probably from us, but I don't remember it. Dear Loading Ready Run, I made a second version of the Minecraft hat for you guys. If you want 2 more, let me know. Some of the items included: the Minecraft hat for feed dump or whatever, a Luricon piece I made after I got back to Florida, the Allow Me to Bestow Unhelpful but Well-Meant Platitudes at you piece from a quote Alex made during his IDTU derp playthrough of Heavy Bullet, and the 4 Desert Bus shift banners. I love what you're all doing, and I hope it continues for as long as you enjoy it. I'm interested to see how Loading Ready Live evolves. The episode with the beer tasting was great. Sincerely, Joshua. Thank you, Josh. The thing of 3 hats also came with a receipt for one mini detail at the Quick and Clean Car Wash in Waltham. It was $35. Join the Quick and Clean Club today and save 10% on all car washes along with other special discounts. Redeem 9 dated tickets and your 10th express wash is free. Well, heck, we're a 9th of the way there. Just got to figure out where Waltham is.
It's Tuesday, July 5th. We are filming Friday nights. In a previous take, I said it was Friday. Just wishful thinking. Friday nights, whatever. We're filming Friday nights. This is a script that everybody came together and brainstormed the ideas for, and then I took it away into a tiny dark room and wrote the dialogue for it. I'm feeling pretty happy with the book report that Alex is about to give on Emrakul.
Emrakul is creator with 10-3 power over 10-3 power.
Like the finest poetry.
Hey, Heather.
Yeah, Graham.
Hey, Holder. How's not loading time? What are you doing today?
Boomsman's today. I hold the booms and I record the sounds. And if I'm lucky, the headphones don't come away from me.
I may have ripped the headphones off of her head already.
That was a new experience for me.
Sorry about that. Look, yeah, that's you. Yeah. It's like Mirror Baby, except it's Video Baby. No, don't touch the lens. It's mirrors. You're making a lot of great points.
When we started putting together the kegerator, we weren't exactly sure what we were going to be doing with it. We thought we'll be doing homebrew and probably some sort of cold brew coffee, maybe some sodas. Turns out what we actually wanted to do with it was also do commercial beer, which means a different adapter, which means a different hose setup, which means different connectors, a lot of which we didn't buy during the outset. So I'm currently trying to remove these crimps that we put on the end of the hose, that were such a bitch to get on in the first place. The permanent ones need to be removed, and I need to find a way of making a jury-rigged solution just for this weekend, so that we can have nice cold beer and nice cold soda on tap. And then once all the rush is over, then we can start making a more permanent solution that can be disconnected and reconnected as need be.
See, the original intent was that we were going to be stocking the beer primarily with Horner Private Reserve, because Ian's a home brewer, but there wasn't enough time for you to get a batch ready, and we wanted to have beer for the pre-release when we have all these out-of-town guests. So we figured we would get a keg from Phillips, the local brewery, but that has a different thing.
Yep.
A totally different connector. So now we're doing this.
Got it! If you want a job done quick, ask Alex.
No, I think that you were looking at the problem for such a long time that you didn't see there's a tab that bends up and then it can peel out. So you were probably like throwing all your effort at a brick wall.
Yep. It's done. Yay! Now to actual solutions. Because we haven't been able to yet find a good piece of chloroplast, and the plexiglass was too short, and the piece of plastic that Beach found was too thick. We're just going to tape the fridge shut. We're still using the rubber gasket, but rather than attaching it with screws, which wouldn't provide any real air tightness anyway, we're just going to keep it friction shut with tape.
It's Wednesday, July 6th, and we have a guest in the moon base.
Cool.
Why don't you introduce yourself?
Oh, well, hello. I'm the professor of Tolarian Community College.
And
a YouTube channel.
Yes, and
about Magic the Gathering, products and accessories.
Correct. And Prof is here early, because you're
Yes.
here for the pre-release on Saturday.
Yes, I am.
But you're here early, and why is that?
Because we are going to film at least one skit.
Yeah. Prof does a series called Office Hours with people dressed like characters, planeswalkers, legendary creatures, characters from Magic the Gathering, and you in your sort of eponymous role as a professor at Tolarian Community College.
Adjunct professor.
Yes, implying that these characters are students at this college.
Yes.
And you have little sort of skits, largely sort of critiquing their character and how they're presented.
Well, originally I simply had access to an awesome cosplayer who had an awesome Nissa cosplay, and so boy, the criticism just wrote itself for that. And then it expanded into, well, I know Christine Sprankle, and she has more costumes than you would imagine, and then it just turned into a kind of recurring series.
And so you've done Liliana and Gideon and Jace and Nissa and
Chandra and Olivia. Yes. Our one non-planeswalker that stopped by.
We had joked, I think it was a joke, about involving us. I don't know. I guess
it was a joke. I was
thought,
like,
no.
I jumped up and
we
down.
thought it was a joke. I don't know. And then you were like,
I thought
we
it was
should totally
like
do that.
The greatest moment of my life.
And I was trying to think of what planeswalker or character could I possibly play. The only I could think of was Garrick. Yeah, I've been growing this out.
Yeah.
I have a beard trim scheduled for tomorrow.
So we have to
I'm really
film the
excited
Garrick
about it.
today.
Yeah, exactly. And so you got Christine Sprankle to make me a custom Garrick helmet, which fits my fat head.
Yep.
And then I bought the Garrick axe, the official Nerf axe, because it exists. Why reinvent the wheel?
Yep.
And we can get this prop. Amazon would not ship it to Canada, so I was like, hey, Prof, can I ship it to you and you bring it with you in your luggage or whatever? It's too big for luggage.
And I was very just in general nervous about a giant axe being stowed away in any capacity on a plane.
Across the border.
At one point I thought the thing is completely Nerf. Is there a rule or regulation against me just using this as a carry-on? It is just a Nerf stick shaped like an axe. And I just thought, you know that sometimes you get a voice, very seldom, that says, bad idea. And so I just shipped it up here, which was a really roundabout way of doing it.
So we have that. Well, I mean, they wouldn't ship it to me, so.
Just glad it got here.
And
the helmet.
Then Prof and I threw some ideas around, and Kathleen and I actually wrote a bunch, sort of more finally structured it, and now
they wrote the entire script, and it is awesome.
Well, you and I came up with a lot of the
I
ideas.
pitched but
anyway,
it's written by.
So
it'll say at the end of the episode.
Now we're going to shoot
written
it
by Graham Stark and Kathleen DeVere.
Now we're gonna shoot it in the rest of the office building, which is going to be the teacher's lounge, because of course your office has had a problem.
Yes,
and you'll have revealed.
You will have to tune in to see that, and to tune in to see that not only the beard is what makes Graham a great Garrick, but also the fact that he's 8 feet tall and incredibly ripped.
Yes.
Yeah.
Both of those are true.
Super ripped. And so, have you ever filmed with your shirt completely off?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Trying to think. Yeah. Well, you get that treat again. So
it's a treat for everyone.
It's Tolarian Community College after hours.
Can you explain this process?
So you need to get your water nice and cold, and then you need to apply pressure to it. In this case, 30 pounds per square inch. And then you need to agitate it so that the carbon dioxide is forced in. What we're doing is calling forced carbonation.
This is exactly how my seltzer bottle works at home, but on a much larger scale.
Yep. So I'm going to do this for about 4 minutes.
Is it something you've done before?
Yes, with beer many times. Not with this setup, which is why it's making noise.
Is the noise bad?
Maybe a little. Probably not bad. Probably just means I need to recut the hose. So there's a little bit of whoosh coming out. But it's okay. Everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine.
We're trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to wear, because we have the helmet that Christine Sprankle made and we have the axe, but we don't have the rest of the cosplay. And we were looking up what Garrick wears, and he wears something different every time.
Photo.
Like, often he has like a big metal sort of claspy thing, which we don't have. But so I have this sort of fur blanket. So there's that, and then maybe let's go look at our. We have a box of like leather strappy things. Let's go see if maybe there's something.
Why
there.
you have a box of leather strappy things?
Yes.
All right.
What the hell am I looking for?
Leather
Right.
straps.
Well, we have sort of like straps and belts, and apparently there's some hats mixed in with it.
Well, you've got a lot of hats.
Hats. The hats get everywhere.
There you maybe.
No. I don't think Garrick has like a bandolier.
When we get the eventual Wild West expansion set, you know, Planeswalker Garrick of the Wild West.
All of his leather is definitely brown, though.
It's also not studded with like. You know.
Exactly. We've also got like, I wish it was a different color. But we've got this buckler.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Like we got this buckler, but it's like,
whoops.
It's way too big. This is way too big for what we need. Like a contact juggling ball.
That does not help us.
No, it does not.
You also had a headless marionette there. That also did not help us.
Oh, that wasn't headless.
No?
No, it was Jigsaw.
Oh my god. That is terrifying.
What do you think? Now go with me on this journey.
All right,
what do you think about a clutch?
I think Garrick would prefer a leather one.
You're right, actually.
Yeah.
He'd probably make it himself. Hey, Paul.
We still have that football armor in the.
The which?
No,
We had football armor at one point, and it was in
the bear
a
thing.
tub.
I don't.
Yeah.
Do we still have it? Maybe one of these?
I think we do. Yeah, I think
There's the size, just for your reference there.
Yeah, so I guess it's not.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah,
maybe this season he goes with the big one.
Yeah.
Like the helmet is so good that I
Don't want to distract from it with the.
No, I think. Oh, sweet.
Baby! There you go.
Dang.
Yeah, that's gonna make you wide.
Yeah, you know what? Let's try it. I mean, this will mean that we'll have to disguise it so that I don't have a chest, which is probably fine. Which?
The Strongbows is like the.
It's got like a skull though.
It's kind of small.
Well, he's been Veil cursed before.
I think he still is Veil cursed
He
canonically.
is still Veil cursed.
Oh wow, you look big. You look real big.
Is there a way to like get it so that it's
Can you wear
tucked in a way so that we can still see like the bareness of your arms, sort of thing?
Wearing the
But yeah, but without you holding it, I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that works pretty well. And in fact, with the metal thing on there, I think that would really, and the bandolier, I think that is worth looking at.
I agree.
Although I am very disappointed not to have, a shirtless Graham in the video. I just knew that would get big ratings.
I mean, I feel like he doesn't have a lot of experience in maybe tanning hides.
Yeah.
So he just has to kind of grab the hide of the last thing that
No, he doesn't
killed.
even like skin
Throw it
stuff.
on.
He just punches the animal out of it, and then wears it.
The animal isn't actually dead.
I'm
It's
gonna
just,
need
it's just
an-
unconscious.
I'm gonna need an assist here.
This happens to Garrick all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually,
Whoa, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Oh, there's some.
Oh.
oh my goodness.
There's some stuff on the back of this. Something
Okay,
This
yeah.
is like
this is
going
some-
for that, you know?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's,
Okay, so, like-
that's working.
So yeah, get your mantle on.
This is just to give the makeup something to adhere to.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna have to get quite a wide swath of your face.
And now we are Batmaning me, which is to say putting dark, basically eyeshadow all over my face so that it just looks dark behind the mask, because it wouldn't look as good otherwise.
Good luck getting all this shit off your face.
What's up?
You very piercing eyes with
purple all over your face.
Yeah, they really stand
You
out.
have very blue eyes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Makes my eyes
Penelope's
pop.
got the same eyes.
Yeah, let's put purple all over her face too.
I did Graham's makeup. I didn't really know what I was doing, but I figured since we didn't really have just like black makeup, and just black would be boring and sort of obscure his facial features, I would build up. So I just hope it lasts through some sweat, but I did a layer of foundation first, and then I put some Makeup Forever eyeshadow potion on, which is fantastic. Like, I can put that on and then, like, do a whole day of packs, and my eye makeup will not run at all. So hopefully this will last Graham 25 minutes.
The kegerator is mostly working. It should work. And if you're worried about the lack of confidence in my voice when I say that, 2 reasons. First, this is a system I'm not used to working on. I've had to hack a few things together, which is why we have this extra tubing, which is not attached to anything anymore. And thirdly, my job doesn't depend on sounding confident like a politician. My job depends on results like a human being. Hi everyone, my name's Ian Horner, Associate Editor here at LoadingReadyRun. Today we are holding the pre-release for Eldritch Moon, and I'm hastily putting together some deck tech videos for the decks of cards, magic cards that is, that we'll be playing here today. James and I, after dinner with the rest of the magic folks last night, came back to further edit Surge's rules video, and yeah, we finished up pretty late. It's been an early morning. It's gonna be a fun day. I'm looking forward to it.
It's Saturday, July 9th, and I'm eating a donut. It is the Eldritch Moon pre-release event. We have a bunch of great folks in from out of town. We're getting ready to start, and we're going live in about 40 minutes. And I'm feeling really good. Everything feels like we've got things under control. I'm pretty happy about it. So, looking forward to the day.
These are from Empire Donuts, which is, I guess, our specialty donut place here in town, because every town has to have one of those now. I do not know what kind of donut this is, but it is delicious. I feel like this should go along with the specialty ice cream place we have up at the corner. Just like really fancy donut with really fancy ice cream on top. Delicious ice cream sandwich.
I don't know why you can't find any Pokemon.
Maybe it's because I'm playing the illegal version, but I'm super jealous. Like, I'm beside you watching you catch Pokemon that are not appearing on my app.
I'm sorry, man. There's an intrinsic skill to it. Also, I've been, yeah, no.
If you find another one right now, I'm going to cry tears of blood.
Do you want to trade?
Can we trade Pokemon?
I think we can trade Pokemon.
Do we do, like, touch phones?
No.
All right.
But you cracked mine just now when you touched it, so you have to buy me a new phone.
Everything I hurt, I touch. Sure.
What's going down?
Now, if you hit transfer, what you're going to do, now don't make the decision first. You're going to feed it to the professor, and he's going to give you cookies. And then you can feed those cookies to level up your existing one. And this way, you grind up your old Pokemon into powder, make them into cookies, and then feed the other Pokemon.
I don't like this game anymore. This is Tamagotchi all over again.
All right, I'll make it sound like we're at a real pre-release. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Eldritch Moon pre-release. Soon I'm going to be handing out product. No, I'm just joking. All right, does anybody have any questions about how the new mechanics work? There are 3 new ones. They're Meld, they are Escalate, and Emerge.
I have one question.
Sure.
If I have 2 of the rats and 1 of the scavengers, what happens?
Pick one of the rats.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, make sure you own them both, make sure you control them both, and you pick the one. Important to note that if you have cloned one of the 2 merge cards, it's not going to go well for you, so just don't.
Yeah, goes really poorly. In fact.
Yeah. They both go into exile, and then neither come back. Well, you guys seem to have a pretty good handle on what the new mechanics are. Do you have any card-specific questions?
I have a question about Emerge.
Yeah.
When you make the spell cheaper, you can't ever take the colored symbol off, right?
It's only generic mana.
Okay.
Also worth noting, Emerge is always colorless, even if you play the colored cost. So it's always a colorless spell on the stack.
Okay.
So, Serge, when I do Emerge in a Charizard sub-game after my opponent has activated Karn's ultimate...
Yeah, and I need to know now.
I'll see you in an hour.
Just a couple things from the stream perspective. Marshall and Jimmy know this stuff already because they were here before, but a couple things is one, we've got the cards go up onto the overlay as you play them. And how we do that is there's the Planeswalker logo in the center of the board. Play your cards into that space. So there's a camera focused on that area that recognizes the cards as you play them. So think of that as kind of the stack, right? So play your card into there. If somebody counters it, they play on top of your card, etc., etc.
As you can see here, this is a preview of what the game will look like on the stream.
Person will be sitting there with the camera better placed.
So I don't know if you can all see that, but it immediately reacts. So you're directly controlling what the viewers see on the overlay, which is why it's like, oh, you hit me, okay, I take 3, you know, rather than just like
2 zeros at the bottom? Is it games?
yeah,
games.
that's games.
How do you match? How do you?
Those I
that's
can
Paul.
control.
Oh,
I'll
okay,
control it,
cool.
too.
The next time you go and get a really bad burn, and not like hospital bad, but like you know it's going to blister or something like that, take the professor challenge. Go in the bathroom, pee on it, let it soak in a little bit, wash your hands. I guarantee you it will be good as gravy. You will not suffer any sort of blister, any sort of thing. And if you do, if you pee on a burn and you do still have bad results, you will get, I don't know, a pack of Eternal Masters from me. Hell, I'll give you 6 packs of Eternal Masters, but you honestly pee on it and you honestly let it sit, and then you wash your damn hands. I guarantee you'll be like, nothing happened. But then you gotta also admit I was right about peeing on burns. Stop with the jellyfish jokes. It's pink eye, that's baloney. Jellyfish is a joke. It's for burns. Pee is for burns. Pee on your burns. Pee on your burns. I've been doing it my whole life. My mother was a waitress, and she said, you pee on your burns. Every waiter and waitress knows you pee on your burns.
That is the professor's urine back guarantee.
Urine back guarantee.
So how does this work? Is it because urea? If you buy very expensive hand cream, it usually has urea in it, which is actually what you get out of urine. And urea brings moisture into your skin. That's what they give you for extremely dry, cracked skin. So
I
is it
think
the
Kathleen,
urea?
out of everyone in here, believes me the most. I think Kathleen believes me more than anyone else in this room.
I would still never do it, but I'm curious as to the scientific basis of this.
There's science.
There is a lot of body-based medicine which actually works very well, and that's why I always fart on my hepatitis.
Ready for the surge?
Oh, I was born ready. Yeah, doing my usual ritual of Twitter. Ballet, jump on it, jump on it, jump on it. Stream it, jump on it, jump on it, jump on it.
Each of us is going to build a sealed deck out of the same pre-release packs that you'll be able to play of Elder's Moon, and then we're going to do a single elimination event and show you all the matches out of that over the course of the day. We're doing a scene for Friday nights. We're doing a stinger that has no bearing on the actual episode. We just thought it would be funny to do a direct parody of the Alec Baldwin scene from Glengarry Glen Ross. Why? I don't know. It made us laugh, so here we are. It's Friday, July 15th. We're shooting a sketch, kind of. We're shooting a video about Pokemon Go
because Pokemon has gone all into these people's phones, except for Paul.
I wonder how you're scaring the Pikachus.
I thought you said we were going on a Pokewalk.
We're also going on a Pokewalk.
Okay, cool.
Because we have to get to a location, which is the park down the road, and that has become a Pokewalk now, also. Hey Alex, how have you managed to resist the siren song of Pokemon Go?
What's a Pokemon?
Well, fair enough.
Race me, Corey. Race me around the park.
What are you doing?
Racing. I'm winning.
Yep.
I disagree. I think I hit 3 more turbos than you.
Okay, who managed to catch a Pokemons while we were shooting?
I did.
What'd you catch?
A Magikarp. And you got a Zubat? I got another Zubat.
I got nothing.
You didn't find the Magikarp?
No.
I like the.
There was no Magikarp.
I like the Zubat diss. You're like, I got a Magikarp and a Zubat. It's like, wow. Poor Zubat.
Zubats are everywhere in this town.
And Magikarps you need 100 of to get a Gyarados.
Yeah. They're precious. To wrap them into candy.
And Gyarados is awesome.
Yeah. Yes.
So how do people who live in like Arizona get water Pokemon?
Eggs. Well.
Eggs.
Or go to like a.
Rivers.
Yeah, rivers, or go to like
maybe a fountain.
Would that work? A fountain?
Maybe.
I mean, if it's
big
on
enough.
and if it's on the thing.
Yeah, if it's marked on the map.
If it's big enough to be on
Right.
like a GPS map.
If Niantic has marked it as a water feature.
Yeah.
Yeah, they took like a geologic survey map and overlaid it with like
Oh, okay.
historical information.
It uses like Google Maps for stuff too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Nidoran. Yep, Nidoran.
Where?
It's over there. Okay. Oh yeah, I got two. Here.
Hold on.
Turn on AR.
Alex, watch out! He's right in front of you. No. Nidoran, why are you in the road? Watch out! Oh no! Oh!
It jumped.
Oh, what the? It actually.
Yeah, they evade.
What?
Yeah, it's really frustrating.
That actually jumped out of the way.
Yeah, it dodged a car. It
That's-
didn't dodge a ball, it dodged a car.
That's amazing. It's Friday, July 22nd. We're going to shoot a couple crap shots and trying to fit in the car. How's it going?
It's about as good as it's gonna get.
You're in charge of.
Oh yeah, so now I have to run double phone duty with my phone and Kathleen's phone on Pokemon so that we don't miss any Pokoromons. So, yay.
I mean, kind of appropriate considering what we're shooting.
Picked a great day for a shoot with a toque. It's really, really bright.
A serial killer knows no season, Graham.
Fair enough.
What you doing?
I'm just setting up the shot with Alex as me, though I guess I should have to, I'll raise the camera a little bit then. It's super bright, so we've engaged the maximum ND filter, which stands for neutral density filter, which makes it not be so bright. And it's sunglasses for the camera is basically what it is. And thankfully we brought the windsock so that the sound isn't nothing but wind. And yeah, this is basically going to be a one-shot crap shot. So hopefully I'll get my lines.
Also, will you see the thing?
Oh yeah, I won't even
Right.
see the flag unless it's high enough. All right, hang on, I'll back up a little bit.
Yeah.
Hold there.
So if it's like this.
And then we'll have to hold it like higher. But yeah, that'll work.
I mean, we didn't get it on camera, but I did just look down and was like, oh, hey, Cam, here, have this 4-leaf clover I just found in your yard.
Behold!
I mean, it's a little chewed up from a lawnmower or something, but it's still lucky.
It is. It survived.
It's like my weird skill. It's a pattern recognition thing. I taught it to myself when I was a bored, I think, university student, like first year university over the summer break. I was like, I bet I could find 4-leaf clovers if I looked for them. And so now, just like, I have that pattern ingrained in my head. I get a lot of false positives if like 2 clovers are clumped together.
I ain't found shit!
The James matchup is 0%. Like, I've never won at a pre-release or on AFK. Never beat James, man. It haunts me. Like, it keeps me up at night. That's why I like to play. That's why I make James play things that he's really bad at and I'm really good at, because that's the only way that I get my vengeance.
Like
Street
Diablo,
Fighter.
like Diablo likes.
Or Street Fighter. Like playing a competitive, like I make him play Street Fighter with me, and he presses buttons and jumps around a lot.
And then you just wipe the floor with him.
Yeah,
Just grab him.
it makes me feel pretty good about myself. I'm not gonna lie.
We're gonna talk about what it is that we're doing.
Bam! It's Friday night. It's AFK. We are doing a Shadows of Innistrad Eldritch Moon draft with myself and Adam and Graham and Ian and Cameron and Nelson. And we are literally in the middle of broadcasting, so we're just getting the camera set up here for match number 1, which is myself versus Nelson.
How can I help?
So you can sit down.
Okay. I sleeved my deck already, Coach.
Sick.
What's your take on the Adam James matchup?
So Adam claims that I've never beat him, or he's never beat me at a pre-release or on camera, which I don't think is true, but maybe it is. I don't remember. I have a terrible memory.
Oh
so
yeah, just maybe, huh?
Yeah.
Just maybe he's never beaten you.
maybe he's never beat me. Hey guys, welcome back for round 1. Myself versus Nelson. Sleeved up. Well, Nelson sleeved up. I am a hooligan and decided not to sleeve. So deal with it.
It's round 1, James versus Nelson, and this is what the rest of us do on AFK Magic Stream, is we sit out here in the friend zone and hang out and talk about how bad our decks are and eat pretzels.
Can I cast either of the white cards?
I was just so fucking confused at who you were talking to. I thought you were talking to someone outside. They're just like, actually, this. I was like, does someone actually ask you what was going on right now? That would have been really funny. But okay, now I'm not so confused anymore.
I mean, we are talking directly through chat. It's just we're talking to you through time.
Through the mists of the distant past.
The fourth dimension. Sound.
Back when we were innocent.
What's that from?
Such things.
It sounds like something from a Disneyland.
As far as I know, that was actually from the first podcast Beej and I ever did when we went to SacraCon back in 2008, I think. As I'm talking through a pretzel, it's horrible manners and horrible...
Pretzels are the fifth dimension.
Horribly dry.
I'm fairly certain he's beat me at a pre-release once, but I could be wrong. He's definitely beaten me in just like playing at my place kind of Magic.
Maybe he's never beaten you on camera or in a sanctioned match.
But I think that's what he's saying, is that, you know, both of those can be checked. That's
Are you
true.
ready for it? Going to Planeswalker Points.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm expecting a check in the mail for that one.
Yeah, I've never beat him.
Absolutely. I mean,
I guarantee it. I know, man. You know when you've lost all the time to somebody.
What about that like M13 or 14 pre-release?
My first pre-release?
The one where you had Gideon and just like ran the tables? Yeah.
No, I never played them.
Oh, okay.
No.
That was a gross deck.
That was pretty funny though. Like I hadn't played Magic for years, and I was like, "Are these two cards good?" And you guys were just like, "Yes." I was like, "What's a Planeswalker?" I didn't know.
Casual 5-0 the pre-release.
Yeah, I hadn't played Magic since Ice Age.
And since James bought you in, James got all your packs.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
So I owe Adam both pizza and ice cream, and coincidentally, Dairy Queen sells a Treatza pizza, and he just went live to play Magic. So let's go give it to him. And there's only really one true thing I can yell when I walk in, right? I believe that's the way to go.
Right.
Yep.
Dilly Bar! No!
Oh. Hooray!
I owe Adam both a pizza and ice cream.
Oh yes! Finally!
That is a Treatza pizza.
That's like people giving me Christmas presents on my birthday. Fuck!
What does that mean? 2 for 1.
It means born December 30th.
Yeah.
So people do combo gifts all the time.
Man.
So I just comboed it.
That's the worst.
That's so lazy.
Yeah, I know, but isn't it great? So now you can have Treatza pizza later. Not now. You're playing Magic right now.
Okay.
We are all going to go outside and eat Treatza pizza, though.
God damn it.
Actually, sorry. You do have the choice. You can share it, or you can have to eat it all before you leave.
I'll share it.
Okay.
I'm not a savage.
As somebody on our YouTube comment said last night in response to the loading time video where I got everybody ice cream, a Lannis Turner never always pays his debts.
Wow.
Yeah, right? I was like, I'm totally stealing that, so thank you to whoever said that in the comments.
There's going to be hell to pay.
Words.
Corey, what's going on here?
We got a Vive, and I brought it to the office because we do not have a graphics card that can run it. And also it might be fun to stream in the future, maybe, if it works. Seems to work.
Do. Print. Ugh. Sorry for being so bad at job.
There is going to be a review segment where we review things based on metrics that in no way apply to them.
Okay.
It's just like, you know, the new album by whoever the fuck is famous.
Blink 182.
Yeah, Blink 182.
Yeah,
What's its conductivity?
Right.
Is it very viscous?
Back to the idea of, say, the ham.
You can't weld a ham!
Can we friction weld the ham?
Weld a ham.
No, but it would look amazing trying it.
Spinning two hams.
You have a friction welder?
you couldn't weld a ham. Could you sinter a ham?
Ooh.
Could you suture a ham?
Like a dump joint or something.
Actually, what I do know we can do is we can braise a ham.
If it was like
This
Go
segment
with me on
just
this.
turns into
Hamstruction.
No.
Is it?
If we go to a deli and we get like one of those like compressed ham loaves that you could actually carve into, and then we could do like dovetail joints and join two hams.
Wow. Ham carpentry. No, it's hamstruction, and the gag is figuring out what the portmanteau is: construction or destruction.
the end result is we've dovetailed 2 hams together, and then it's like,
Yay!
great.
Well, I mean, you'd want
Why?
to do 2 different meats.
Do you think you could make an entire table out of ham, like a small one?
What, you mean like enamel cured ham?
Just varnish it?
I don't know what's in it,
Varnished.
but I'm pretty sure I could make a 3-legged
Stool?
Stool.
Stool is the word you're looking for.
I can definitely make a stool out of ham.
Is there a way that you could...
I can too. It just takes a while. The theoretical idea for the next Batsu game is that whenever you fail whatever the thing is, you have to pick a powder, and then you drink a solution of that powder. And it could be Kool-Aid or Crystal Light or
Bovril.
Yeah.
Or baking soda?
Yeah.
I kind of like it being a combination of several.
No, I like that it's one straight powder.
I think individual
fair.
powders, yeah.
Beach sand.
Oh, God.
So we need to send 2 people down who are not going to be involved down to
Bulk barn.
And
I want to be in on this one.
So,
because at the beginning of the last one, you said, I won Junkin Poe as Satan.
Yeah.
We could just pick one of us to claim that they have emerged victorious in some contest of skill or luck against... What?
In season 2.
Yeah, no, just bring that up. Literally bring that up. Okay.
Was that not what you were referencing?
No, I was just thinking.
We did a whole video
God
of Alex playing John Ken Poe against Satan.
Yeah.
How did you not? How did you say that specifically and have it not be an actual reference?
I don't.
It was called Extreme Battle Challenge or something. It's a
that
video
was
that
a
Alex just
weird-
edited and sent to us. We were like, great, we can knock off for a week.
Guess I'm just plugged into the zeitgeist.
Since James didn't want us to do a Batsu game this week, they could all be disapproving James faces. It will be nothing but suffering.
James can still be the higher power without actually being in it.
Yeah. We just these curtains part, and there's like a huge black and white photo of him, like, just as big as God. It's like, oh, James, no, what have we done? I think having Corey would be good.
I want to drink some disgusting
All right.
fluids.
That's fine, because I just thought of the idea of having craft dinner powder in there.
Yeah, no,
and my stomach went.
I would like to go and buy these powders with you.
We will go shopping.
Yes,
Okay,
please.
that sounds good.
I volunteer as tribute.
Okay. So that should be.
So wait, how do we mix these powders? Are we going to have like
We'll just stir them in water.
Or we could also have the option of sparkling water if you prefer.
Wait, can we get
That's
one
the
of those,
only
like,
choice you
protein
get.
shakers with like the ball that you shake up and
Oh,
down?
but
Because
wait.
otherwise some of them aren't going to mix very well.
I have a cocktail shaker. Actually, there's a topic that we used ages ago on. I think I used it on some live stream I was doing with Kenoki, which would be really great. Is obsolete formats. It's just like talking about it's like, hey, remember MD players or like zip disks, laser disc, just like shit like that. Because that would also be related to the kind of content you would have found on them.
As long as people talk about their experience using them and like what you put on them. Oh, you could talk about your newspaper days, Graham, with the zip disks.
A 3.5-inch floppy disk filling a landfill with packed with super low-res GIFs of Pamela Anderson.
Experience with DAT tapes, both analog and digital.
Okay.
So if we do that as a topic, you definitely have to be able to
100%.
The jumping off point for that is the last company in the world
VHS.
the last company in the world that made VCRs has done they've just done their last production run of VCRs.
Yeah.
No way. Perfect.
Because
all right, sweet. That sounds great.
Because the stuff to make VCRs, like the components for them, they're saying are not
the element.
They're not available anymore.
3 distinct stories, actually, personally, regarding obsolete formats.
Does the person who did the 3D printed Pez heads of us still have all the files?
Ooh.
We could just get an old mannequin and have her print off a James
head for it.
Holy shit. No, we should print off a James head and then really badly paint it with, like, Warhammer paint.
I was thinking about just taking the shot glasses and putting the powders in the shot glasses and then just covering each one of the things. It's like you just have to basically...
Yeah, because I don't think for this that you need the second step.
Yeah.
I think you can just be like, I pick
Yes.
this one, and you get whatever that powder is, and it could be good or bad.
There is that aspect of the like good and bad, good and bad luck, where like one person ends up having to do a bunch in a row.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
I don't like the shot glasses because it obscures the powder from the camera.
Yes.
But I think definitely, I think actually, no, having...
I kind of like just reaching into a shitty paper bag and pulling out random smaller bags
letting
of
the
powder.
person choose the powder, though,
Yeah.
allows for more discussion and
You
possibly...
choose having
Yeah, but
seen
you
what
would
the
choose
Yeah,
powder
see,
is.
I know that's pepper, and that's gonna be terrible.
Take one of these.
Jesus, that one looks like it could be drink crystals.
I think that's too easy, though.
I like the surprise
Yeah.
of, and then reacting. And then
Well, like, because then you're like trying to figure out what it is. It's like, this is cocaine, isn't it? This has got to be cocaine.
Is there a way we could do it so that, like, if we get a bunch of powders, like a bunch of like pairs of powders that look almost identical to each other.
You have to pick one of the
And so it's like, it's like, are you gonna get the flour, or are you gonna get powdered sugar?
Right.
Like, or whatever, so things that look very, very similar to each other, and so the person actually like does the person seals their own fate.
So
by
maybe
choosing.
it's like
ideas
5
about that,
paper
actually.
bags labeled like A through E or something. Because I love the idea that you get a little bit of choice, and then you can choose one of the powders from the bag, right?
I like this idea of a bag with little baggies full of powder, and I think I have some ideas now on how to actually fuck with that whole process. I can't remember the rest of the song.
Switch to English.
I don't know the English lyrics.
Back to the chorus. Dastiro konomichi zuto yukeba.
They were right there before on the arm of the chair.
Yeah, weeks ago.
Suzuiteru imasugu Dastiro.
One day we'll have there's a Squirtle nearby. There's a Squirtle nearby.
Whoa.
What's that, Kim?
There's a Squirtle nearby.
Is there really? There's a freaking Growlithe somewhere like really close to my house this morning.
I don't fucking care about Growlithe. It's a Squirtle.
Well, yeah, but I haven't caught a Growlithe yet.
Neither have I.
So it was in a box in a bag.
But we don't look in
perfect.
bags.
That's really great.
That's perfect. Then we could just get put like a few. We can just paint some of paint some of the balls with like nail polish or something so they're red.
Yeah, I mean, we could also just like get all new balls.
Is that to decide who's getting them?
Yeah.
What? It does a whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
What? This is why I had to have this when I thought
It has this it has this thing, which is weighted, so you turn it and it puts a ball in there and then it goes back.
Maybe you guys should take one of these and see if you can find like marbles or something that are the same size.
I don't know if different balls will work well with it, unfortunately.
I mean, I think
Do we determine which ones are good and which ones are bad, and that's how the bingo thing comes into play?
I guess, or we could, like,
or is it no, it's like the other thing. It's you're safe or you get punished.
Right, you're safe or you get punished. Is how that should work.
So there's green or red.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like orange and pink or something.
Right,
like,
which means something
Who
else.
knows what that means?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Being boring is the worst possible thing.
Yeah.
So if it's bad, we want to make sure it's actually bad.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing worse than being like, oh, that's not great.
Yeah. Nothing really happened there.
Now, do we luck out on parking? So I think most of the stuff, oh god, every kind of flour that's ever existed.
Yeah.
Sourdough flour, oat flour, buckwheat flour, semolina,
Which they use to make pasta or scent.
black bean flour, lemon poppy seed cream cake and muffin mix.
Does that give it away? It's very lemony.
I think that's good. I think that will lull them into a false sense of security. Also, what is this? That's great. That looks like a drink mix.
It does. It looks an awful lot like it smells like lentils though. Like
that's fine. They don't get to smell it before they eat it. Dude, fish and chip batter.
That's. I'm like, why don't you have a bag already?
We should also be writing down what these are by their code so that we know.
Oh yeah. Oh god. Oh no. Can you eat that?
They have nutrition information. Oh, not to be taken internally. Why do they... Hang on. If it says not to be taken internally, why do they have nutrition information?
Oh dear, right, yes.
Which is better, chicken soup mix or vegetarian chicken soup?
Vegetarian chicken soup base.
Alright, sweet.
It's not even...
Okay, this is one of the bingo balls from the machine. And these are gumballs. And they are the perfect size. So now we just need to color pick a bunch of gumballs.
Good.
To your idea of doing a couple pairings.
Exactly.
How similar does dill pickle popcorn seasoning look to lemon poppy seed muffin mix?
It is practically the same thing. Oh my god.
Where is it?
It's that one there. They look almost identical.
Oh, this is great.
Which means they'll probably take the white one because they'll think it's purer than that stuff.
Oh,
I think that's like garlic or something.
So good. This is so good. Didn't Alex say no MSG?
He said no MSG. It doesn't actually do anything to you. It doesn't hurt you, but it certainly is.
Alex said no MSG. Corey said no nutmeg or cinnamon.
Yeah.
But nobody said anything about chipotle powder.
Yeah. I mean, or
habanero
chili powder.
Or ancho. I don't even know what that is. Okay. We have a bunch of different powders. There we go.
Do you want everything in one bag or two bags?
No, that's fine. Okay, how much do you think that all cost?
$38.
You're kind of close, and kind of not, because you're closer to where it would be.
Okay.
Without one item. The total was almost exactly $50.
Okay, well, I mean, I wanted to guess low because I had hope.
Yeah.
But
we gotta go to London Drugs and get a shaker.
Right. Okay.
But it was organic. Ooh. Powdered peanut butter was $18 of that.
Oh, I chose poorly.
I was watching it come up on the till, and it was like $1, $1, $2, $2, $2, $3, $1, $1, $2, $18, $1, $1.
Christ.
I was like, holy shit!
I did not look to see how much that cost.
And she was like, "Do you want to take that out?" And I'm like, "No, you know what? No.
YOLO.
No. They'd better fucking drink it though." It's Friday, July 29th, and we are shooting some crap shots. And because James and Ian and Alex are at Con Bravo, and Beej and Heather are moving this weekend, we have a sleek action crew of myself and Kathleen and Cameron and Paul, and my phone rig because James took the LT rig to Con Bravo, and we're gonna crap a couple shots. We're gonna shoot the shit. That's what you said, right, Cam? It is. Yeah, we're gonna shoot the shit. Literally.
Why? Why?
Oh no.
How?
Perfect. Good enough.
Good, yeah, it was a good 3-footer right there.
The cruise ship that we used in the background of the shot was actually pulling in as we came here. We looked at the schedule for cruise ships docking here, and there were a couple, but we weren't sure actually like where they would be. And it turns out one was coming in just as we were here. We get really big cruise ships here in Victoria because tourism, I guess, and we have a deep harbor for them. So yeah, it's ginormous.
Lived in this city all my life. I have never been down these stairs to wherever this is by the water. Oh, it's the stairs. This is where you go to get into the sea. Whenever someone tells you, go and get into the sea, this is where you come to get into the sea. I never knew it was a real place. A brief stop at Paul's parents' place.
Yes.
For the use of a driveway.
Yeah, we don't use my parents' place that often. It's only come up occasionally, but it's like when we need a house that looks like a house.
Okay. And just bring the little thing a little closer to your mouth.
That's right. These were terrible. There was a reason we stopped using these.
Yeah. All right, and I know that you have a desire to pace a little bit, but don't move too far.
Okay.
And yeah, a slight pause before we have uncannily. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey, who here remembers Google Glass? They have to be around 60, actually.
Any tags?
What are the tags?
I forgot how big
5X.
5X. Still though.
It's only 5X.
It looks bigger than that.
Yeah.
Hold it out. Good grief.
Can you hold them up again so I can get close-ups?
Yeah, sure. Goodbye.
Perfect.